Hey guys, we are live. This is our first attempt to be live on video rather than me taking, 6, 8, 10 takes and then Tim having to go back and edit it. So thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. We've got Tim running the computer here and Bryce is behind the camera. He's going to be following us a little bit. And today we're going to be making rope. We're going to take twine like this and we're going to turn it into a braided rope like this. And so let's get going. So I'm going to set this down. And what we'll first do is got my able assistant, my wife Carol, and we're going to make a rope about just 3 or 4 feet long, make it very easy. So let's back up a little bit. And what we'll do is start with 3 strands of this twine. And I've made just a little deal that you'll see how this will work, but it's going to hold the twine around the end. And she's got another piece of wood there that's just got a hook on it. So I'm going to ask her to just hook the twine around the hook. I'm going to hand this to you. Hold on to this. Don't try this at home, we're trained professionals. Okay, so here we're going to have 3 strands, and I'm just going to cut it off about there. And I've got my trusty knife here. It's great to have a knife that you're so familiar with, and it just becomes like a trusted friend. So we'll trim that off, fold the knife back up, and if you want to go ahead and set that twine down. Okay, so now as you can see, we've got 3 strands of twine. And I'm just going to tie an overhand knot on this end. I'll do that very quickly. And on her end, we'll do the same thing. So we'll go here, tie an overhand knot. And if you can kind of show the camera, there's a little eye hook on the end, and it's a simple apparatus that we've made. It's just a board that's got this eye hook screwed into it, and now we've got just a little hook. I'm going to trim the end of that rope there. There we go. Let's set that down, and so now she's all hooked up. Each of the strands are held together by a twist, and your twisting rope doesn't have as much strength as a braided rope, but it's the most common that's used around the world. We're going to show you how to make that. So in between each of the 3 strands, I've got this little knob on the end of my stick, and I'm going to hold on to that and just start twisting, and we're going to twist all of these strands together, and this will take a little bit of time. And you notice as I'm gripping it up here as I twist that I don't want it to fall off of the little knob that I've cut on the end of my board here. And what we're doing is we're just trying to keep it tight. Okay, it's getting better, and pretty soon I'm able to start swinging this. And if you wanted to go power tools, not outdoors, you could probably put a hook on the end of a drill and just spin that up and keep it going. And what you want to do is spin this until you start getting the rope wants to bunch up and twist up and create little knots along the end of the rope. And so that's when you'll know it's time to go the other direction. So keep this spinning. Usually I'm not doing this with gloves on, and it's a little chilly as you can see today, and so there's little grippies on these gloves that are holding it, not letting it spin freely. We'll keep this going. Once I was doing this with a youth group, and we had a young man that was in a wheelchair, had limited use of his hands, and had a little electronic controller. And so we actually did get a drill and had a little thing on it. He was able to, of course he was done quicker than everybody else, but it was really a fun project that we did. So if you're doing this with your family or with a youth group or just for yourself to see what it's like, it's really a fun, interesting project to do. I think I'm gonna slide this glove off so this will spin a little bit freer. I just really like those electric gloves, and we featured those in a video a few times ago where we did some product reviews, but these are great gloves. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but we've kind of got a little knot that's popped up because we're really tight. So I'm going to back this off a little bit, and when you're ready to go to the next step, you want to make sure you don't have any knots in your rope, but it's very firm and tight. Now what we're going to do is have Tim come from behind the control center there, and we're going to turn this strand that we've got. So we've got 3, now it's 1. We're going to turn it back into 3. So Tim's going to grab it about the 3rd. He's going to pull it out there. Carl's going to hook that, and we're going to go keep it tight, tight, tight so it doesn't bunch up. Okay, very nice. And you can see we're making a little short piece, a little bit more. Okay, great. Here we go. So we've got, now we started with 3 and twisted that into 1, and now we've got 3 again, and we're going to spin it the other direction. And what that does is that will lock all of these strands together. And so you want to be careful here. Try and keep that nice and tight. Okay, we're spinning. Okay, and of course we've made longer ropes, and when we started up I showed you one of the ropes that we had made. And we're going to show you how to finish the ends of this by whipping the end of the rope, which is not what it sounds like, whipping it, but how we finish it up. Okay, now we're getting to where we're both pulling against each other, and this is getting pretty tight. So we've got, really it's string. I'm going to hold it here. Carol's going to hold her end. We're going to just see if we can get it off of our little contraptions. Okay, got one off. There we go. Okay, stretch it out tight. Okay, this is the fun part. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 and throw it in the air. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and what that does is it just cinches it all together, and now you've got a nice rope, which is pretty fun. Now to finish this off, you can rub it in your hands and get some of those little pieces that are coming off of the twine. Some people will take a lighter and they'll just gently burn some of those off. Now what we're going to do is show you how to finish this off. We're going to do what's called whipping the ends of the rope. So here's the rope that we made previously, a lot longer, and on this end we've just braided it into an end splice, which is very nice. They're both end splices, but you can do an eye splice also that puts an eye there. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to just show you how to finish it off by whipping it. So, and this is just some string it's a braided string, and you can get that at any hobby shop. And what we're going to do is tie the string around one of the ends. We'll start on this end and show you how to secure that end. So the first thing that you're going to do is just make a little loop like this, lay it along the string. Let's see if we can get that nice and tight. Are we good on that? Can you see that? Okay. Oops. And then what we'll do is the longer end we're just going to wrap around. I'm going to cut that off just a little bit so we're not using so much string here. Get rid of that. Okay, we'll start again. So just lay it along the rope that you just made, make a little loop, and now we're going to start around and around on that loop and work our way up. Just lay that alongside each strand. Very simple to do until you get towards the end. Now what we're going to do is put this strand through the loop. Get my little cold fingers working here. Okay, now we're through the loop. On the other end, we're going to grab this, give it a pull, and watch as that pulls this loop down inside the strands that you've wrapped around your rope. So now that's called whipping the ends of the rope. We can trim the ends of the string that we put on there, and I just brought a little block here that I can use to cut against. And generally you do it towards closer to the end, but that's basically it. Then if you want, you can trim this end off, or you can leave that, whatever you'd like to do. But basically that is the method of making rope and of whipping the ends of the rope. A lot of different types of rope. If you'd like to go to our website, we've actually got an article about the different types of rope: braided rope, cotton rope, which is not as strong and doesn't resist the water as well. Some of the nylon ropes that would float, and they're best in sailing and different things like that. So choose the right rope that's applicable for the things that you guys are going to do in the outdoors. And we hope that you'll try this. It's easy to do and it's a lot of fun. And we hope that you'll join us again on OSME TV.